One of the most essential part of living a peaceful life is emotional maturity. When you're emotionally immature, you take out your frustrations on those around you. Yet you're the one who suffers the most. You're being trapped by your own irrational thoughts. Emotional maturity, on the other hand, allows you to make the most of your resources by focusing them on the most important things. It helps you create meaningful long-term relationships by bringing enjoyment into your life. Here are 7 signs that you are emotionally matured. You can name your emotions. You understand how you feel and what's causing it. If necessary, you can assign each emotion a name. Sometimes we don't know exactly how we're feeling, or we don't have the words to describe it, which makes naming our emotions difficult. But emotionally mature people take time in understanding their emotions. They don't just look at the symptoms. They go deeper to find the basis of the problem, which they know can be deep-seated and unrelated to the causes. That's why you should take plenty of time to consider your feelings and never ignore them. You accept your emotions. You're not scared to be emotional. And you don't want to deny or suppress your feelings, especially if they're negative or uncomfortable. You let them happen to you because you know that emotions are temporary. Rather of fighting or suppressing them, you accept them. You realize they are a window into your thoughts. So you attempt to take in as much as you can and write down notes to help you control yourself better next time. You're always willing to open up and share your own struggles so others feel less alone. You are not interested in being seen as perfect all the time. Emotional maturity means being honest about your feelings and building trust with those around you. Because you don't have an agenda. You don't react on emotions right away. Being angry is predicated on knowing what the other person intended to do or say. Most of the time, we have no idea what the real reason was. We just assume we know, and then we get upset. Despite the fact that you recognize that emotions can be overwhelming, you refuse to allow them to control your life. You don't react to any feelings you have right away. Now you just have to wait for them to leave. You give yourself time and space to consider them and make decisions about what to do next. You consider the long term rather than focused on quickly reducing negative emotions. You see the distinction between feeling and reacting, and you realize you are not bound to react to everything that makes you feel. You prefer to make well-informed choices over ones that are emotionally charged. You don't provoke people. You are not acting with the purpose of evoking a reaction from others. You don't expect people to be able to read your thoughts. You say what you mean. There's no hidden message in that. You don't hide your actual feelings. You express your feelings honestly and politely to help others understand you better, rather than starting in arguments. You don't dramatize a problem in order to distract people from making a decision. There is no icon over your head telling others you are hungry, sad, angry, happy, frustrated, or depressed. You have to tell them. Instead of blaming people for not magically getting you, you speak your mind to the best of your ability. Say what you really want. Tell people how you really feel and try your best to be calm in the process. You take responsibility for your inner states. People with emotional maturity are aware of their privilege in the world and will try to take steps toward changing their behavior. This means you don't blame others when something goes wrong. You understand that you are fully responsible for your emotions. People can make you feel bad, but it's ultimately up to you to control your emotions, and you're confident in your capacity to do so. Rather than expecting or waiting for others to improve your mood, you take proactive steps to improve your own. You accept help. Those with emotional maturity can admit when they need help or when they're burning out. For example, you'll acknowledge when you need a break and know when to ask your boss for a day off. You're also able to clearly communicate with your partner for more help around the house. You're not afraid to ask for help. You are not thinking about winning others' approval. Being humble and level-headed is more important to you. You believe that admitting you're wrong, making amends, and accepting your flaws makes you stronger, not weaker. You're willing to learn and seek out those who will encourage you to grow as a person, rather than comparing yourself to others and stressing about becoming the best. You are self-reliant. You have faith in your physical and emotional ability to love yourself. You realize that you are the only one who has power over your inner state. When things don't go as planned, you turn within first, knowing that you have the ability to help yourself. Despite being fragile, humans are also incredibly resilient. Except death, everything is survivable. You trust in your ability to piece yourself back together. Emotionally mature person trusts that tomorrow can be a good day. Not all will go right, but what goes wrong can be fixed, learned from, or at least accepted. You will survive whatever life throws at you. You're strong and capable of happiness and peace. You're grateful for the good things in your life. But you don't whine and cry when things go wrong. You make well-informed decisions that prioritize your happiness. Each person has a different level of emotional maturity. It is something which you can consistently work on and improve over time. That is what a great deal of emotional maturity is. Accepting that things go wrong. Accepting that you are fallible. Rolling with the punches. And learning from your mistakes. When you manage that, you have a much better life.